right now, the United States is clearly not at war with Venezuela, but the president actually, also speaking on Air Force One last night, argued that this was worse than war. Take a listen to how he put it.
They invaded our country. So this isn't, in that sense, this is war. In many respects, it's more dangerous than war because, you know, in war they have uniforms. You know who you're shooting at. You know who you're going after. These are people that came out, they're walking our streets.
Now, Sarah, again, this could be one of the most significant legal challenges the administration has faced yet because there are questions right now over whether or not the administration knowingly and intentionally violated that federal judge's order to halt this temporarily, this order, and also turn any planes carrying Venezuelan migrants to an El Salvador prison back around. Now, the White House has been insisting repeatedly now that they did not defy the judge's order. I'm going to read for you quickly what some of White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said in a statement yesterday. She said, quote, "The administration did not refuse to comply with a court order. The order, which had no lawful basis, was issued after terrorist aliens," there she's referring to migrants associated with the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, "had already been removed from U.S. territory." It went on to say, "A single judge in a single city cannot direct the movements of an aircraft carrier full of foreign alien terrorists who were physically expelled from U.S. soil." Now, to get to your point earlier, Sarah, a key question, of course, is what the timeline was for those flights going to El Salvador, or what the deportation timeline really was, and whether or not it did, whether or not they had those flights in the air or even in El Salvador when this judge's order came down. But I think the big picture here to keep in mind is that this is a pattern we've now seen with this administration. They do things very quickly, things they know are likely to face an uphill battle in court, and then wait for the repercussions. And it's something we've continued to see them do, and it's definitely become a strategy behind closed doors of theirs. Sarah?
Yeah, Elena Shreen, great reporting from you this morning there at the White House. Thank you so much. I'm joined now by Ellie Honig, our CNN senior legal analyst. First of all, I guess the biggest question here is, did the Trump administration defy a court order, whether it was verbal or written? Doesn't matter, correct?
Well, Sarah, they came right close to the line and maybe over it. And let me tell you the specific details that we need to know in order to make this determination. At the moment the judge gave the order, he said in court on Saturday afternoon, "I want you to not fly anyone out of here, or if the flights are already in the air, I want you to turn them around." At that very moment, where were the airplanes? If they were on the ground in the United States, then yes, there was a defiance of the order. If they had already landed in El Salvador, then no, there was no defiance of the order. It was already too late. If they were mid-flight, then we get into questions of where were they? Were they over American territory or international waters? And that's some gray area. That may give the Trump administration something to hang their hat on. But I want to make this point also. It doesn't matter when the written opinion came out from the judge. What matters is the moment when the judge says it in court.